Hi, I'm Kim Tasso, and today I want to talk to you about confidence. More specifically, I want us to think about why do you sometimes lack confidence and what can you do to boost your confidence? So, confidence, how to improve it. Today, I'm wearing bright red lipstick, and it's one of those things that just makes me feel more confident. Maybe you have some little things that you do that help you feel confident. Many people feel more confident when they're in their business or work attire. And of course, in this time of COVID, when we're all working from home and it's much more relaxed, we don't have that little bit of help to make us feel more confident. So there are a couple of things to think about. Self-confidence is what you feel internally, what you feel inside, whereas confidence is external and how you portray and convey yourself to other people and how they perceive you. So sometimes you can not feel very confident but portray a confident image, and vice versa. So how can we increase our self-confidence? How can you feel more confidence? Well, your self-confidence is based on self-esteem, and that's how you value and perceive yourself. It's about our opinions and beliefs about our own self-worth. And much of our self-esteem is created when we're younger, and it's linked to how our parents and caregivers talk to us when we make mistakes and when we're comparing ourselves to other people. And also, your self-esteem can be affected by very difficult or traumatic or stressful life situations. And I suppose if you look around you at the moment with the COVID crisis, where people are losing their jobs or being made redundant or really struggling, it's no surprise then that does affect their self-confidence. So some people lack self-confidence so much that they suffer from something called imposter syndrome, and that's a kind of psychological pattern where they doubt their accomplishments and their talents, and this persistent fear that they will be exposed as being a fraud or not good enough. In fact, even Michelle Obama recently talked in the media about the times when she has suffered from that imposter syndrome. So it's a very common feeling. So how can you increase your self-confidence? Well, I wrote a blog in summer of 2019 with lots of ideas about that, and maybe you'd like to have a look at that. But I thought I'd just talk about three today on the video. The first one is to shut up your internal critic. Now, some of us have these little voices in our heads that kind of sabotage us. They say, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, why are you doing this? And it's all very negative self-talk. So either we need to shut that out and not listen to it, or we need to drown out that negative little voice with lots of positive self-talk, like I am good enough, I've done this before, I know I'm good, the facts show that I'm good at this, and it's, I've got the experience to do it. The second thing is to really do your homework and prepare. So get everything you need in advance of a situation, research, reading, support from others, and really go through it in detail so that you know absolutely everything. You're really sure of all the points you want to make and all the evidence, that you've anticipated all the questions and objections and you know what to say in those situations, and that you can't be caught off guard by something unanticipated happening. So that's the second piece, around doing your homework and preparation. And the third piece is around finding and spending time with radiators, not drains. Now, we all know those people who are emotional drains. They're negative, they're critical, very pessimistic, and that kind of zaps out your energy and will reflect on how you're feeling and your confidence. So find your emotional radiators, the people who are positive and energetic and enthusiastic and supportive and encouraging, because being around those people will make you feel better and increase your self-confidence. Of course, if you're feeling fearful, afraid of a situation or a person or failing, you will feel less confident because your body's full of all those stress hormones, and you won't actually perform so well. So it's kind of self-fulfilling. So be really self-aware and notice if you're starting to feel anxious or fearful, and then maybe do some sort of self-soothing with things like breathing exercises or visualization exercises or meditation or mindfulness. There's lots of tools there to help you get to a calm space. And of course, it also helps with your self-confidence if you get enough rest and sleep, and if you're eating properly, and if you're taking regular exercise. So that's self-confidence. How do we increase your confidence? How can you adapt your behavior to convey a more convincing and more confident image? And this is really to do with non-verbal communication, not so much what you say, but how you say it. For example, speak at a high volume. People perceive those who speak louder as being more confident. And speak at a good pace. If you speak too quickly, people think you're nervous. If you speak too slowly, then you'll lose people's attention and they will become bored. And also think about your pitch of your voice, because the lower your pitch of your voice, again, the more confident you are perceived. And think about your body posture. Take up as much space as possible. Unfold your arms. Yeah, make sure you're really open with no barriers. And make sure your head is held high and maintain that eye contact. Perhaps lighthousing around so you maintain eye contact with everybody. Don't look like the guys on a defeated rugby or football pitch with their heads down. Heads high, and put a smile on your face, because that'll make you feel better too. Here's one of my heroines, and this is Linda Carter when she appeared as Wonder Woman, one of my heroines when I was a child. And you'll notice there's a little red star on her headpiece there. And the reason I'm introducing Wonder Woman is because there is some science here. Psychologist Amy Cuddy produced a brilliant video a few years back based on some research where she found that there are 5 power poses, 5 ways you can stand or sit. And if you hold that pose for just 2 minutes, you increase the level of testosterone in your system. And of course, having more testosterone in your system actually makes you feel more confident. And one of those poses is the Wonder Woman pose. So here's another model I have here, and it's legs astride with hands on your hips. And I have to be accused of standing like this quite often in sessions. So this is the Wonder Woman pose, and that's one of the 5 power poses that just for 2 minutes will make you feel more confident. It's also, interestingly, the pose adopted in that very famous sculpture, The Fearless Girl. So have a look at that as well. Anyway, I hope that gives you a few ideas about how to feel and appear more confident. So thank you very much indeed for watching and listening.